Hi there, I'm Drew Badger, the world's #1 English fluency guide, and in this video we're going to talk about brand names that have become names for everyday products and things. Just like in another recent video where I was talking about brand names and how maybe a brand or a product or a company might have one name but people refer to it by something else, if you can understand these things, you sound much more native when you speak. The reason this video is so important, it's a slightly different idea, but it's still related because often people will ask for one thing by the name of that thing, like as a particular thing. Maybe I'm asking a friend for some soap. But if there is a more native way of asking for that everybody understands, you sound much more native, and then you also look more native to the people that you're speaking with. So in this video, we're going to cover 10 names that have become so popular, so widespread as use for a particular product that maybe they have almost even lost their copyright for that particular thing. People refer to one thing as the brand itself as opposed to the name of that thing. Let's begin. The first one is Post-it. Post-it. Now this is Post-it if I say it slowly, but in a casual conversational way, I'm saying Post-it. Post-it. The T becomes more of a D sound. Post-it. Post-it. Post-its are these little pieces of paper that have a little bit of glue on the back, and then you can stick them on your computer, or maybe they're a note that you want to put on your mirror or your refrigerator. But these were created by the 3M company, and Post-it is an actual brand name. But now, because it became such a popular thing, and even though many different companies make these little pieces of paper, which typically are known as sticky notes or some kind of note with glue on it, that's the actual name for the kind of product it is. Post-it is a brand name, but it has become the name that people use no matter what, the actual brand of that little piece of paper is. So if I go to a store and I'm looking for little pieces of paper, or I ask someone, hey, can you pick me up some Post-its from the store? I don't care if it's actually Post-it brand pieces of paper with the glue. I just want something that is that kind of thing. So the brand itself has become the name for that product. Post-it. Post-it. Next, dumpster. Dumpster. There is a P in this, but it basically disappears. Dumpster. 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 Often when we don't say the sound of a letter in a word, we still leave that slight pause. Dumpster. 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 Now it's dumpster, but we don't pronounce it like that. We just say dumpster. Now this is a brand name, but it just means really a large trash can that you have in the back of a restaurant or some business, usually a commercial dumpster. But people just refer to any large thing like this that holds garbage as a dumpster, even though it's really a trash bin, or that would be kind of the everyday generic term for it. But it's a brand name that started by the Dempster brothers. So the Dempster brothers started the Dempster Dumpster company. I know it sounds funny, but it's a kind of easy thing for them to say. But Dempster, and then they created the dumpster. Dempster dumpster. So try to say that 10 times fast. Dempster dumpster. Dempster dumpster. Anyway, again, this is something that if you say, oh, I'm going to take the trash out to the dumpster, it doesn't matter if it's actually a dumpster brand or not, but people understand what you're talking about. Dumpster. Dumpster. Next, taser. 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 And these are those little handheld devices that can shock people. You might have seen a video on YouTube go around maybe, I think 2 or 3 years ago about a guy getting shocked, and he said, "Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me, bro." If you actually type in "don't tase me, bro" right here in YouTube, you can probably find it. Don't do that till the end of this video though, but it's a funny video, a little bit sad and unfortunate at the same time, but it became a very popular thing in just American culture in general. So don't tase me, bro. So tase is the verb of that, but Taser is the name of the company. Taser, and this comes from Thomas A. Swift's electric rifle. So it's an acronym. We're taking TASER, Thomas A. Swift's electric rifle, and that comes from a book called Tom Swift's Electric Rifle, or Tom Swift's Electric Rifle. Now, this is also just like an old novel, but people took the A, so Tom Swift didn't have a middle name in the book, but people gave him that middle name anyway, just because it sounds better for the name. Instead of Taser, which is harder to say, we say Taser. So the company created it and called it Taser, and now when anybody talks about some electric shocking thing, it's just called a Taser, even though that is a brand name. Taser. Next, Tupperware. Tupperware. This was created by Earl Tupper, and it's just now become synonymous with, again, this idea of it becomes the name for any of these things. So any little plastic thing, people have come to know as Tupperware. Tupperware. So if you bring some maybe food over to someone's house, it could be in any kind of plastic container. Or if you go to someone's house and they say, oh, like I want to take some food home with me, and I say, oh, do you have any Tupperware for me to put that in? Now, I don't actually mean physical Tupperware, real brand name Tupperware, just any kind of plastic container like that. Tupperware. Tupperware. Next, Scotch tape. Scotch tape. Scotch tape now refers to any kind of cellophane tape, even though it's not actually the Scotch brand. Again, we just have this same idea of a company that's made a product that people really like, and it just became known as the product that people use no matter what kind of tape they're actually using. So again, this is for just that clear plastic cellophane tape with the sticky part on it. Maybe you have some in your desk, but when you're asking people, hey, do you have any Scotch tape? We're not asking again for that specific brand. I mean, you might be, but most people are just looking for that regular kind of tape. Scotch tape. Next, the Q-tip. Q-tip. Q-tips are those little wooden sticks or maybe some plastic ones with some cotton balls at each end. And this was originally created by putting actually just a little bit of cotton on the end of a toothpick. Now, these were originally called Baby Gaze by the creator, Baby Gaze. That's maybe kind of a weird name, but if you're using that to clean your ears or clean a baby, or I don't know what you could use it for. But it became Q-tips when he decided to change the name, and Q stands for quality. But Q-tips, even though that's a brand name, it's become a thing that anybody uses when you're talking about some kind of cotton swab. So the name of that product as just a thing by itself without a brand name is a cotton swab. So people often talk about a Q-tip brand cotton swab, but nobody says that. It's too long to say. So I just say, hey, to my friend, oh, my ear is maybe dirty. Can I get a Q-tip? Can I get a Q-tip? Next, chapstick. Chapstick. This is another little stick of thing, a lip balm. So it's chapstick brand lip balm or whatever they call it, but it's just that thing that you put on your lips when you want to keep them moist and dry, especially in the wintertime. But there are many companies that make a lip balm, but chapstick is the only brand that has that actual brand name. But again, everybody has come to call any little cap, any kind of small thing like that you use on your lips, they call that chapstick. So if I ask my friend, hey, do you have any chapstick? I don't actually care if he has the brand name or not. I'm just asking if he has that kind of thing. Chapstick. Next, Xerox. Xerox. Now, this is a popular company for making copies, making copy machines. And when Xerox created the idea of xerography, so copying something the way they do, this became just over time something that people would say, oh, can you make a Xerox of this for me? Or can you Xerox this for me? So instead of saying copy, the actual brand name became known as copying something. So if you're asking people, but you want to sound more native, you're at your office or something, oh, can you Xerox this for me? So people understand, oh, like they're talking about making a copy in general and not the actual brand name. Xerox. Xerox. Next, Kleenex. Kleenex. Now, this is a funny sounding word for non-native speakers, especially if you have not heard it before, but it is a famous brand of facial tissue. Now, people again, they don't say, please give me a Kleenex brand facial tissue. Nobody says that. Nobody says that. So people just say, give me a Kleenex. Give me a Kleenex. But in a casual way, oh, can I get a Kleenex? Can I get a Kleenex? Or do you have any Kleenex? Oh, I need to blow my nose. Or, do you have a Kleenex? A Kleenex. Again, it's one of those brands that because it's become so popular and so widely used that instead of people asking for a facial tissue, which again, it takes longer, people say Kleenex. 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 Finally, we've got Band-Aid. Band-Aid. Listen carefully to how this blends. We've got the D from band and the A from aid, but it blends together. Band-Aid. Band-Aid. Band-Aid is again a brand name, but a lot of people don't even know that it's a brand name. They just assume, okay, like every every kind of adhesive bandage, which is what it is. So it's a Band-Aid brand adhesive bandage. But again, nobody says that. So people say, can I get a Band-Aid? Oh, I have a cut on my hand. Do you have a Band-Aid? I have a cut on my face. Do you have a Band-Aid? Where can I get a Band-Aid? So if you go to a drugstore or a pharmacist and say, hey, do you know where the Band-Aids are, or where can I find the Band-Aids? They know you're talking about adhesive strips or adhesive bandages, but again, nobody says that because Band-Aid has become so popular and it's such a widely used thing that that's what people, especially native speakers, use. Band-Aid. Band-Aid. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, do click that like button. Do share this video with other people who also want to sound much more like a native speaker, and become a subscriber to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Finally, if you'd like to learn more vocabulary just like this that native speakers actually use, or you want to improve your memory so you don't forget this vocabulary, or you want to improve your pronunciation, your grammar, all of these things we can help you do absolutely free at EnglishAnyone.com. So click on the link in this video to take our free fluency quiz and get specific advice just for you that will help you get fluent much, much faster. I look forward to seeing you at EnglishAnyone.com, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon. Bye-bye.